come show your mean, mean pride.
Alright guys, I'm back again with another quick recent pickups video here. This is a combination of some stuff that I got from the Gibraltar Trade Center last weekend and a package that I got in the mail yesterday. To make a long story short about that though, I actually had intentions to make a video of me unwrapping the package and kind of making a big surprise video for you guys, but Windows Movie Maker is what I use to edit my videos, and it basically just crashed on me right while I was editing it and putting it all together. And for some reason, I deleted it off my SD card. I don't know why, but yeah, I lost that clip, and I feel so bad about that. That all happened yesterday, so I just figured that I would make it up right now and make this video today. So, I guess we'll go ahead and start off here with the games I got from Gibraltar Trade Center last weekend. For those of you who don't know, Gibraltar Trade Center is a humongous indoor flea market that's in Mount Clemens and Taylor, Michigan. There's two locations. I always go to the Mount Clemens one. I've never been to the one in Taylor, but I've heard that it's not as good because the Mount Clemens one, I guess, is bigger and newer. So yeah, I always go to the Mount Clemens one because it's closer to home. That's pretty much why I go there instead. And of course, it's always awesome that it's bigger. But anyways, pretty much like once a month they have this thing they call Garage Sale Extravaganza, where it's just tables upon tables of different garage sales and different people selling all kinds of stuff. Like, when I went last weekend, the hot item was Star Wars figures. Like, almost every other person was selling some kind of Star Wars memorabilia, and it was just everywhere. The last time I went, the hot item was vinyl records. The last time I went there, the hot item was some 1970s Topps baseball cards. I mean, you can go in there with so much money and just blow it on all kinds of weird collectibles and things like this. There's just so many cool things you can buy out there. And that rule definitely applies to video games. You can definitely have a lot of fun trying to find some games there. The only thing, though, is that for this, you really have to go early in order to score on some games, because there's a couple booths there that specialize in selling video games as a whole. You know, they don't sell anything else, all they sell is just games. So there's some dealers there, and they go around to the other booths and buy the valuable games for just a few bucks, and then they would mark up the price at their own store. So in order to really score a really good deal at these garage sales and flea markets, you really have to go early, especially for this one, since the resellers have just completely taken over. And there's one booth in particular that I cannot stand, and they think that they can get away with selling just complete crap games like Superman 64, E.T. for the Atari 2600, Jaws for the NES. They think that they can get away with selling those games for like more than $10. And for especially Atari and NES games, that's ridiculous. And I actually talked to the owner of that store, and I asked him, you know, hey, well, why is this game so expensive? You know, I see this online going for, you know, significantly cheaper. In this case, I was actually talking to him about some Atari games, and I'm like, you know, I always see Atari games online going for less than $5, and I'm holding this game right here and it says $15. Why is that? And he's like, oh, this game right here, it's more rare, so, you know, and we don't have that many in stock, so we're going to charge $15 for it. And actually the game that I had in my hand that I was talking to him about was an Atari game called Surround. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's a lot like Snakes, but a very common game for $15, so that's just one example of many, pretty much every item in there that's just so ridiculously marked up in price. So I'm just so pissed off at all these game resellers that are especially at this place, but just any game reseller in general, I can't stand them anymore. I used to buy games from people like that, but now I avoid them at all costs. But enough with my rant there, let's just get to the two games that I just got at Gibraltar last weekend. And they are Quake and Perfect Dark. Both of these I got for $3 a piece off some guy. He also had the N64 console and like 2 controllers, the Rumble Packs, and like 3 other games besides this. It was like 3 or 4, but they were all games that I already had, or they were just, you know, cheap sports games I didn't care about. The other ones that he had were like Wave Race 64, Super Mario 64, Madden NFL 99 or Madden NFL 64, I can't remember exactly, but some Madden NFL game and some baseball game. These 2 were the most valuable and the most interesting, and for only $3 a piece for both of these is a pretty fantastic deal, because I've seen these games on the internet going for more than $10 sometimes, so that was a pretty good steal for these. So that was all I picked up at Gibraltar because it was just a bust everywhere else. I did find some other video game stuff that was there. Like, some guy had a Genesis 2 and a couple of sports games for sale, and they were only like $4 or something like that for that entire bundle. But the Genesis itself was cracked. There was like dirt all over it, and it just looked in complete crap shape. And plus, too, I already have a Genesis 2 of my own. As you can see right here, I picked this up during the summer, so I really don't need another one, so I passed on that. But other than that, that was pretty much all the games that they had there, because of course the resellers got there before us, which, again, just pisses me off so much. So let's get to the package that I got from eBay yesterday. I actually ordered these about a week ago, and these were some Atari controllers that I've been really looking for a while. And I could never find them out in the wild, so I figured that I would just use eBay as a last resort, and that's what I did. I got myself some official Atari keyboard controllers. I got a pair of them right here, as you can see. I don't know why, but pretty much every set that I've ever seen of these going on eBay has been really, really cheap or really, really expensive. There's no equilibrium price, if you know what I mean. So these things are either dirt cheap or just so marked up in price that it's ridiculous. But I got both of these for only $7, which I thought was a pretty good deal. I don't know if anybody out there's gotten them for any cheaper, but I just thought that $7 was reasonable. It didn't seem that bad, so I bought them. And for some reason, too, I've always seen these things sold in pairs. I don't know what the deal with that is. I don't know if there are some Atari games that require using 2 of these, but yeah, for some reason I always find these in pairs. So if anyone knows the reason why that is, please leave a comment and I'd be very interested in knowing. I only have one game that supports these so far, and that is basic programming, but I would like to acquire some more 2600 games to take advantage of those, because I, of course, want more than one game that uses those. So I'll be looking for those next time I go out game hunting. So that's my recent pickups video, guys, and did a lot more babbling than I usually do in videos like this, but I just thought I would keep it more interesting rather than just showing you all the games, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, guys, have a great day.